Hey friends, finally I have the time to do 5 of Zodiac season. We are now in Gemini season, so we're going to talk about what this um, month, the season is about. And if you're more of the creative type, this video is going to be most helpful because I'm focusing mostly on Venus and what she's doing. And in astrology, Venus represents the creative, the artist, the lover, the one that enjoys beauty and indulges in it or creates it. So let's talk about the season and what Venus is doing. And yeah, let me go ahead and share my screen so you and I see, or you see what I see. Okay, so on May 20th, the sun ingressed into Gemini, making Gemini season. And the sun will be going through Gemini for 30 days, for the next 30 days. So, this is a great time. It marks the beginning and the ending of spring and the beginning of summer. And it brings about, this fresh air of that allows us to get curious about our surroundings, a change of pace. Things might be feeling like it's speeding up because Gemini is pretty quick, loves movement, being a mutable air sign. So being mutable, changeable, thinking about the season that is between spring and summer. Some days are more hotter than others, some days are more cooler than others. There's no consistency just yet. And the air quality of Gemini, air is like communication, distribution of ideas, sharing, exchanging, connecting with people, connecting ideas. And so Gemini season brings about these things. Like we are more, our attention, which is the sun represents, is more focused on these things. So we can really, think about and learn how our life is reflecting our values that we had understood and started to cultivate in Taurus season. So my suggestion on this season is to say yes to an opportunity to grow your mind, to develop your skills, and just see where it takes you. Be a little bit more curious. Allow your curiosity to play a little bit. They'll benefit you, especially once we move to Cancer season, and you'll be able to nourish that and come back to yourself and see what matters after this fun season of Gemini. So moving on to May 23rd, we have Venus conjunct Jupiter, which is amazing, at 29 degrees Taurus. So this is a critical degree. This is kind of like feeling like we got to meet the deadline. So we got to wrap things up really quickly, make sure everything's in its place, edit whatever that needs to be edited, and get ready to move forward. And so, yeah, Venus being conjunct Jupiter, there's that tendency of being overindulgent. I know for me, that was yesterday. I drank a little too much, and I didn't realize it. And I thought I drank a lot of water. So today I get to feel icky. But yeah, that has that tendency to do that with that Venus Jupiter transit. But other than that, Taurus being the sign of food, of indulging in the senses, engaging with the senses, understanding your boundaries around that, and the Venus being a pleasure, Jupiter being an expansion and more of it. So Jupiter, it doesn't even matter if it's a good thing or a bad thing. It just wants more of something. And so with it being conjoined Venus, it's like I want more pleasure. I want to indulge more into my senses, be in good company. And so that happened. And yeah, so this is like bringing about new beginnings in what you find pleasurable and meaningful. And yeah, just enjoying the simple things, simple, high quality things. Taurus doesn't want cheap things. Taurus wants only the best of qualities and it to be simple. And so we also had Venus in Taurus sextile Neptune. And so that was very, like a very beautiful, it was expanding our awareness of the of our relationships. It could be expanding our awareness of what is pleasurable to us. It could be expanding our awareness of our spirituality. Let me silent my phone a little bit. And yeah, so that could have been a really good, just day to imagine and play and listen to music and just allow your imagination to bring you pleasure. Yeah, it was okay if you spaced out yesterday. That was a good day to do that. And the full moon was on 23rd as well. So, you still have time to charge your crystals, charge your moon water, and reflect on what intention you had set on December 12th. Think about what happened and celebrate what you've overcome thus far, and release what does not support that new meaning in your life. So Sagittarius is about broadening the horizons, philosophy, worldview. It can also be politics if you're like into politics. But in general, Sagittarius is wanting to see the bigger picture of things, and also utilizing the right belief system to so that you can advance in your life and not stay in a small pool, stay in a small box, stay in small conversations, and wants to think bigger, go bigger, talk to people that are more influential. So yeah, reflect on December 12th and what intention you had set then. I am so happy because I just on the full moon, it just wasn't intentional. It was just when we had the time to do it. But on the full moon, I got to purchase the Hellenistic Astrology course by Chris Brennan, and I am so thrilled to like get this. Like I've read the books, but like I'm so excited to have my teacher. You know what I mean? So that's gonna be so exciting, and it's so much content. So I feel like it's going to be like a year-long study, and I get to be able to share this all with you. And I'm just really thrilled, and deepening my understanding of Hellenistic astrology or traditional astrology, and becoming that traditional astrologer that I've always wanted and feel like I'm now getting the credit for. So yeah, so this is going to be fun, but that's also very much Sagittarius, learning, studying, um, a shift in worldview and perspectives. So between May 25th and June 10th, so tomorrow, Jupiter goes into Gemini. So it follows up after um, Venus and the Sun. I didn't even mention when Venus goes into Gemini. So that was May 24th. Yeah, Venus and Gemini, love for connecting with people that are knowledgeable, that know something, that are interesting, have something interesting to say. You might feeling more communicative around this time, and it just gives you more pleasure to learn and to exchange ideas. And so, if you've been waiting to get a course, or if you've been waiting to connect with a certain group of people, this is a time to do it. But yeah, May 25th, Jupiter is following up behind Venus. And why is it? Let's see. So now I'm like, minutes. No, that's 2 hours. Yeah, so May 25th at 7:08 p.m., Jupiter goes into Gemini and will be there for a year. So this will be until June 10th, 2025. And so Jupiter is the planet of expansion, of new opportunities, of optimism, social opportunities, all things money can and cannot buy. It could also be people that are in philosophical roles. It could be judges, it could be priests, it could be teachers, and just in general, especially of a higher education. But yeah, so new opportunities here, new opportunities to expand what you know, to develop your skill set. So my suggestion here is to say yes to opportunities that aligns with your values and test what you've been preparing for this far. So yeah, this is like the ultimate test of what you've been preparing for. And just know that you are worthy of growth, abundance, and expansion. Like say yes, especially if you've been preparing for it. Um, Expansion and growth can be scary because you just don't know if it's going to work or not. But either way, you're still going to learn. You're still going to develop your skills. You're still going to know something that you would not have known had you not pursued that. So that's cool. May 31st, we have Mercury conjunct Uranus. So this is a day where we can expect to have some really cool ideas. Ideas that are just super illuminating, that are, I'm trying to see, at 25 degrees here. 25 degrees or, oh yeah, because Jupiter moves and Mercury moves very fast. Yeah, so 24 degrees. I'm gonna get to it. An hour. There we are. So 24 degrees in Taurus, Mercury and Uranus conjuncts. So today, yeah, you could really have some major shifts in perspective on your life and which will help you reconfigure how you relate to your values, Taurus. So exploring new modalities that comes to you, that honors who you are and what you want to build in your life, what you want to sustain in your life. This is needed. This is required. There's a new beginning happening here with that conjunction going on. June 4th, we have Venus conjunct the Sun, so talking about new beginnings. Venus conjunct the Sun at 14 degrees Gemini. This is great for falling in love with your surroundings, with their pursuit of knowledge. You may even discover new interests that could put you on a completely different path than you knew as possible later on down the road, especially with interesting people. So this is a lot of fun. This is going to be, I'm excited for this Cazimi, so Venus Cazimi, because this is like a purification of like what you love and what you desire and how you would go about expressing that, taking the lead role, and sharing that with others. Like this is a new beginning going on here. So if you have any like interesting interactions, new connections that come through, like really consider them, because this is something that you can take and develop and work with moving forward. So this is really good. On June 6th, we have the new moon in Gemini. So this is a great time to reflect on what you've been going through thus far. Think about what is it that you'd like to change about the Gemini house, that, whatever house that Gemini rules for you. How could it be better? And then set an intention. Set an intention, leave it, move on with your life. Because whenever the full moon in Gemini comes back around, you'll notice how it's developed and where you need to tweak it and all these things. But just right now, do your spell work, light a candle, do your prayers, whatever it is that, however you connect with spirit. This is a good day to set that intention and get things moving. June 8th, we have Venus square Saturn. So this is like a commitment coming on. We're going to see the load of a commitment with that Gemini Saturn square at 19 degrees. Perhaps, that pursuit, that love and that pursuit for knowledge is being challenged by reality. You might notice that you only have so much time. I know, like for me, like since I got the Hellenistic course, I feel like this is speaking a lot to that. This is a big dream of mine, Pisces. and working a lot and doing all these different things. And so I'm gonna see like, okay, I gotta like allocate I'll allocate my time well so that I can actually complete this course. Um, so that's an example of how that can show up. You just might notice some restrictions or some constraints, and that doesn't mean it's a bad thing, that it's like it's a negative thing or you shouldn't do that. It's just challenging your perspective on the connection and figuring out how to work around it, work with it, go work through it. So pay close attention to how you spend your time and decide why. Yeah. Why are you spending your time there? Saturn wants to know. And then we have on June 17th, we have Venus entering Cancer. So she loves Cancer. It's a very nourishing sign. It's a soft sign. Venus can just get really mushy and gooey and uh, give all her love to the things that help her feel like she belongs and is connected in a very intimate, emotional way. And so we might feel this, we might have some mushy love and support available to us now. Excuse me. So yeah, give yourself that space to have those deep emotional connections and rest in that. And also let yourself rest in what you know is true for you. Like don't ignore what you truly feel. Like Venus is already a visceral planet, but when she's in Cancer, it's very, very visceral. It's like it's in the body, not in the mind. When Venus was in Gemini, it was more in the head, in love with ideas, in love with the rational, being rational, all these things. But when it goes into Cancer, it's all in the body. What feels right? What is the intuition saying? What is my body saying? What is my memories saying? And really connecting with that and accepting things as they are, as you feel. And Mercury and Venus actually conjuncts here in Cancer at 0 degrees. And so there could be a falling in love with ideas. There could be this falling in love with the people that you feel belonging to. And it's important to verbalize, your feelings. So if you are, have this person and you're just like, I feel mushy, but I don't know how to express it or when to express it. June 17th will be a great day to do that because you can really tap into those inner thoughts and verbalize those feelings with ease. At least that's what I suspect as Mercury and Venus is conjunct in Cancer at 0 degrees. All right. So that is the vibe of Gemini season. And I hope you have a wonderful season and learn all the things, have all the fun, follow that curiosity. Don't let it kill you. But yeah, don't kill the curiosity either. This season is for you to learn and to expand and to question and to just talk with people. Get to know your environment with with the desire to just learn, to be the student again. All right. So I hope you have a great one and may the stars align for you and in your favor. Bye.